Today, I'm going to be starting a brand new Minecraft world, but not just any 2-week phase type of Minecraft world. This is going to be a forever world, a world that is going to be constantly changing as I change as a person. Along the way, I'm also going to be just kind of yapping, sharing my thoughts about life, love, everything in between. I feel like this is such a fantastic time to start playing Minecraft. I feel like we're really in the golden age of Minecraft. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so loading into the world here, I think right now we're actually in kind of a tweaked little biome. This is part of William Wyther's expanded ecosphere. So it gives the terrain generation like a lot more of a excited, expanded kind of feel. And we spawned right next to a village, so this is kind of interesting. This village is actually part of the Dungeons and Taverns mod pack, or mod. This is actually really cool. But yeah, this is seriously, I'm super excited to start this playthrough because it's my day off. Oh man, there's nothing better than having a day off, being able to just play Minecraft or play video games. When is your guys' like favorite time to play Minecraft? For me, it's definitely when I don't have anything to do that day. Or especially if I have like the day off the next day and I can play late at night. That's one of my favorite times to play. Where do the villagers run off to? As you can see, I have fresh animations installed. It gives the villagers like a lot more of like a lively kind of appearance. So I am playing with a couple of different game rules. One of them being instant respawn, disabled phantoms, and I have keep inventory on. Whoa. Dude, that looks super cool. I love the terrain generation in this. All right, let's cut down some trees and start looking for a cave we can go into. So the leaves are part of the Better Bushy Leaves by Dronko. Gives the leaves this really kind of a weird look, but I really like it. It's just something a little bit different than what I'm normally used to. Yeah, whenever I kind of made this little configuration of mods, I just wanted something a little bit different, something that still felt like vanilla Minecraft, but just a little bit enhanced in a way. I think the main problem I have with a lot of mod packs is they tend to add a lot of different like building blocks and game mechanics, and sometimes it can get kind of overwhelming. It looks like we found maybe like a little bit of a hunter's little cabin here. So this is part of the Dungeons and Taverns mod as well. So another mod I have installed is Falling Tree. So if I sneak and I chop down the bottom log of this tree, it'll chop down the whole tree for us, which is really helpful. This is one of my favorite mods of all time. So I'm kind of curious to hear your guys' favorite game rules to play with, or if there's any mods that you have to have installed whenever you start a new Minecraft world. I've always been kind of a vanilla Minecraft player. Normally whenever I add mods, they're more for visual rather than gameplay focused. Well, I guess another mod I can kind of point out is Countered's terrain slabs here. So as you can see, it kind of adds these half blocks around the world, and it gives the terrain like a much smoother kind of look. But whenever you end up mining them, it turns into the full blocks, so which I like. So I don't have to worry about carrying around a bunch of different slabs. And this is the Stay True resource pack. So it kind of adds these connected textures, which I think is a really nice touch. But yeah, I feel like right now is such a fun time to actually start a Minecraft world. There's just a lot of optimism around the game right now, which is really fun to see. I really do feel like we're in the golden age of Minecraft right now. So you may hear there's actually some nature sounds. That's part of the dynamic surroundings mod pack. So I'm kind of curious, are you guys interested in let's play type content like this, or do you prefer videos that are more edited? When I was a kid growing up, I didn't really have a computer to play Minecraft on, so I would watch a lot of Minecraft let's plays like this so I could kind of like experience the game through the video in a way. But yeah, I used to watch a lot of these like yappy long let's play kind of thing. My kind of main goal with this series is I just want it to be something that you can watch in the background, or yeah, more of just a laid back hangout kind of thing. I feel like life can be so busy sometimes, and I know for me, sometimes I just like to have something to listen to in the background just so I don't feel so alone. It's kind of funny, I've gotten a lot of feedback from people saying that they enjoy watching my videos in the background. That's one of the compliments that hits the most for me, is when people say, oh, I was watching your videos while I was studying, and I was like, you know, because that's such an honor to be like that voice in the background for someone while they're studying. So you can kind of see the fresh animations also affects the zombies as well. Makes the zombies a lot more like vibrant and like bouncy kind of. But I think what's kind of cool with YouTube is that like I generally view things sort of from an optimistic kind of standpoint. I feel like nowadays YouTube is better than ever in a lot of ways. you can upload almost anything and there's an audience for it. I feel like it's just fun to watch YouTube because there's so many different content creators and there's not really like a set way to make videos. And we can actually start making iron pickaxes and iron tools. I feel like once you get iron, that's when the game really starts opening up. Actually, whenever I play Minecraft, I tend to take my time with things. I don't really like to rush things. As slow and as boring as the early game can kind of be, I kind of like it. But I feel like life and success is in the same way very similar to Minecraft, I guess. Hold on, let him yap, let me explain this one. So when you're starting off like any project or any kind of new thing, things start off really slow, right? And it takes a lot of effort to get going and get moving. But let's say you start doing it for a while, like right now. I'm starting to get iron tools and now gathering materials is a lot faster. I feel like success in life is very similar in this way. It starts off so slow, but once they get going, I feel like it goes a lot faster. I think YouTube is very similar in a lot of ways as well. When I started this channel, I would upload videos that wouldn't get any views, right? Eventually you kind of learn like what works, what doesn't work, and then things start picking up for you. I don't know where I was going with that. There's a little bit of a tangent in there. It's not a real Minecraft Let's Play if you don't throw tangents. Oh, you know what? It's not a real Nikki video if I don't throw some dating advice in here. Pay attention to people. There you go. No, honestly, I say this as a joke, but like, I think one of the best pieces of dating advice I ever got in my life was genuinely paying attention to the other person. I feel like nowadays, especially with smartphones and technology, things can be so kind of like disconnected almost. People always want to know, oh, how can I really stand out in the dating world? And like the way to really do it, in my opinion, is genuinely be interested in the other person. You have to get into their world, get into their perspective. How are they viewing the world? What are things that they love to do? You know, what does life mean to them? And like really try to understand the other person. That's kind of that's kind of the way I approach dating. But I think when I was younger, the way I approached dating was totally different. All right, there we go. That's my dating advice quota for the for the video. I had to throw that in there. If you guys really want to learn my like true personality, it's literally I like dating and like I love people, I love dating, and I love YouTube. That's literally it. So the reason I'm playing with Keep Inventory on is just because I feel like it allows me to still experience the survival aspect of the game, like gaining materials and things, but I don't really have to worry about dying and getting frustrated. So I'm kind of curious, do you guys like playing with Keep Inventory? Do you prefer to just play with like the regular settings? I'm curious to hear what the first version of the game you guys played was. For me, I'm pretty sure it was beta 1.3 something. I don't know what the other number was, but it was 1.3 dot something, maybe 1.3.2. And oh gosh, I had so much fun playing that game. Let's head this way. Oh wait, no way. We actually found diamonds. This is actually kind of rare. Diamonds don't normally spawn at this world height, I feel like. One thing I want to do is every time I kind of encounter like a major milestone, I want to screenshot it. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. Then I'll have kind of like a scrapbook for the world. I was playing Minecraft on the PS4 the other day, and low-key, the PS4 version of the game kind of hits. It kind of hits, I'm just saying. I think there's kind of a charm to the console versions of the game. Is the console version of the game Bedrock, or is that just an entirely different version of the game? You know what I mean? Like, what is... I know the PS3 version wasn't considered Bedrock, but it's like the PS4 and PS5. Like, is that Bedrock, or... It's kind of weird. As much as I play Minecraft, there's still random things that I don't know about. Who are your guys' favorite YouTubers to watch right now? I think for me, I kind of like a different mix of YouTubers. Right now, I really like Love Star's videos. They're a huge inspiration for me when it comes to like finding ideas and just enjoying Minecraft. They have such like a nice like friend kind of aura to them. Honestly, if I ever had the chance to collab with Lovestar, I would do it instantly. Some of the other people I like to watch, not really Minecraft related. I really like my friend Big Juicy, Dashy Games I've always really liked, Corey Kenshin. There's just so many different content creators out there, and it's really fun because everybody has something that's kind of special about them that no one else can really quite do. I think what's kind of crazy is I don't really pay attention to my YouTube stats that much. But I was looking at my channel the other day and I was like, my channel hit 3,500 subscribers. I was like, no freaking way, dude. I know nowadays some people are really desensitized to numbers. So maybe to a lot of people, 3,000 subscribers doesn't seem like a lot, but that is literally 3,000 people with their own life, you know, experiencing life in their own way. That's 3,000 people. 3,000 people just like you, 3,000 people just like me. And somehow, somehow I convinced them to subscribe to the channel. That really like made me thankful, you know, just super thankful I'm thankful that I'm able to share the memories with you guys. I feel like in a lot of ways that's kind of what it's all about. Looks like it's nighttime. Maybe we can make our way back to that tavern that we found. I always like the taiga biome. I feel like it'd be so much fun to walk through these woods. Fresh air, the fresh like pine smell, be really nice. I'm really having a good time with this world right now. I'm really trying to just kind of immerse myself. I don't really want to play this world in an optimal way per se. I don't really want to beat the game quickly. I want to really just enjoy the moment, enjoy these early stages of the game. I want to get the absolute most out of the world. Alright, so let's check this stray fortress map. Looks like it's in this direction, so that's definitely something we can head towards. It's kind of nice that we spawned next to this tavern. This is going to kind of be our home for a little while, until we can get on our feet. Alright, I do want to head toward that stray fortress. That'd be kind of nice. I really love the ambience with the dynamic surroundings mod. It really makes the forest feel a lot more alive. So I actually just realized, looking at the map here, I headed off in the totally wrong direction. Looks like we're hitting maybe like a little bit of an ocean over here. I feel like the way the terrain generates and the mixture of dungeons and taverns, and it really makes the world kind of fun to explore. Really gives me the feel of like the older versions of Minecraft when I had that real sense of adventure and wanting to explore and things. It's like a little wishing well. You can see way off there's other islands out there. The world is so much bigger than this little set of woods that we have. Yeah, we headed off in the totally wrong direction, but not a big deal. Let's make our way back. At least we got to see this side of the island. I always thought the foxes were super cute. They just kind of nap around, and they love berries. Very, very simple. I would like to find a dog though. That'd be super nice. We do have a couple of bones here if we do. What should we name the dog if we find one? What do you guys want to name the dog? I'll leave it up to you. Normally I name them, but I'll leave it up to you guys this time. Wow, look at this view. What a view. Wow, this is super cool. This might be thumbnail worthy right here. Do we move out of the little village home that we have? Build something out here in the woods? Kind of scary moving away from the villagers, but I think we need to. It's time we get our own place. It always takes me so much time to actually find like a plot of land where I actually want to build. I don't does anybody else relate to that? Do you guys relate to like sometimes I feel like I overthink where I want to end up building my house. But I think this spot is good. Let's see, I'm thinking what we can do is come over here. I kind of want the house to have this nice, wacky kind of layout. It's going to look really nice once it's built up and finished here. So something I kind of wanted to talk about is the idea of a forever world. So I do intend on keeping this world for a pretty long time. And I think a lot of people, they love the idea of starting a long-term world, but sometimes it can be kind of intimidating, right? Because the idea of having a world forever can seem kind of daunting. Because whenever we first start off a Minecraft world, it's really exciting. There's a lot of stuff to do. It's a whole new world to explore. But as you start playing, sometimes the game can feel kind of boring, right? What really keeps me coming back to a world is just, whenever I do get kind of bored, I like to take a break. Sometimes I'll play a different version of the game, sometimes I'll play a different world, but the main thing for me is just not deleting the world. That's the key thing for me. Yeah, this will be kind of nice. This side of the house is going to be stone, and it'll kind of give the house this effect of like, there's this balcony over here, but it's actually like cut into the land a little bit. And I always like to give my house these weird, odd kind of shapes. I think it really adds to the charm and the aesthetic of things. I think the key for building, at least for me, is I like to start off really simple. Really simple. So the house looks kind of weird now because there's not a lot of depth going on. But once I really start like hitting my kind of stride, really start putting the windows down, putting windowsills in, the house will turn out really nice. Something that really held me back when I first started playing Minecraft was I would always try to finish the house like as it was being built. So I would try to I would get frustrated because the house wouldn't look nice right away, right? But now I just I start off simple and then I start decorating. I think that's what really made me a much better Minecraft builder, was coming in after the fact and actually decorating things rather than trying to build it finished right away. If that kind of makes sense. Dude, this is actually going to turn out super cool. I'm really liking this. I think going with the spruce for the second floor not only lets us use some of these spruce blocks, but it's going to give the house like a really nice pop of color. And of course we have that beautiful view of the ocean as well as the caves and the trees over there. This is going to turn out really nice. And I'm really excited that you guys are here to actually hang out with me for this. This is actually the first world where I've actually entirely documented the entire thing. So we got the basic exterior of the house done. You can see the oak planks blend into the top floor here with the spruce. It's really nice. And then on this side, it's more of a stone house. And of course, once we get a little bit more materials, I definitely want to start adding maybe a fence or something, some farms. We're gonna really turn this place into something kind of nice here. This world really is gonna be this kind of like representation of me in a lot of ways. I saw a video the other day, and I'll link it in the description. And he called his world a forever adventure. And I thought that was such a cool way to put it. You know, a forever world is a cool name, but it really is an adventure. That's really kind of the story I'm trying to craft here. An adventure, almost in a way like a diary of sorts. I've always felt like the way I felt kind of influenced how I build. So right now I'm in more of like an old school kind of vibe. The house has like a really nice kind of footprint. And like I was saying, I'm really excited that you guys are actually here to hang out with me. Maybe we should make our way back to that tavern and go grab a bed. But let's wait until daytime. What I like to do with the roofs is I always like to sort of start on the edges here, right? And then it makes it really easy to kind of come back in later and fill it in. I think for me, sometimes I'm a really like impatient person. So like these early stages for me were always kind of annoying. I'm slowly learning to kind of just appreciate the vibe here. So yeah, I always like to start off on the outer edges when I'm building the roof. I always have such a hard time actually placing the stairs, I feel like. Yeah, right now while it's daytime, this is the best time to move. Fresh new morning. All we gotta do is grab our bed, place it here, and this will be our new home. Yeah, I absolutely love the terrain generation with these mods. It makes the forest so much more lively, and with the addition of the half terrain slabs here, absolutely perfect. I try not to do it too much with the mods. Like I was saying, the reason I really wanted to make my own kind of mod configuration here was because sometimes I feel like in the mod packs, they add too many different things. Like they add extra crafting recipes, extra game mechanics, and sometimes it can be kind of overwhelming for me. I like to really focus on the core mechanics of the game. As much as I think like the create mod and the different furniture mods are really cool, like I was saying, it feels overwhelming. And here we are, we're already back. Yeah, that didn't take that much time at all. Feels nice. Feels good to be back at our home. I think unfortunately the villagers probably ran into some trouble with those zombies that we saw walking around. Actually, while we're over here, let's go take a look at the lake on this side. I wonder if our ocean connects to this body of water over here. I really like the way this lake looks. Looks like it really extends out. Who knows what else there is out there to see. The Distant Horizon mod makes it really nice. Gives me a nice vague little idea of what else we can expect to find. Alright, let's take one last little look at the tavern here. This is a nice home, but without the villagers here, I feel like there's not much reason to stay. I'll always have fond memories of this place. Alright, let's make our way back. I absolutely love wandering through the woods. It's really peaceful. It's kind of funny. Right now I have my dog Brookie with me, laying down next to my computer. This is the life right here. It's my day off. I can just play Minecraft, and I have my little puppy with me. It's starting to turn nighttime again. We're gonna want to grab a lot more oak trees though, so let's start doing that. I feel a lot safer now that we have a bed here, so things happen, we can always come back, or we'll spawn right here. We don't have to worry about trekking through the woods. I do want to light these woods up a little bit better though. Let's head on over here and take a little bit better look at the ocean. And it's starting to rain as well. We could definitely make a boat and maybe sail out there during the daytime. But we have this absolutely beautiful kind of ravine right here in front of our house. This house is going to be really special. I'm kind of thinking what we can do is we're going to clear out these kind of woods that are flanking the ravine. Maybe we could do some farms or something. We're really going to start expanding the space. It's not going to be just the house. Like I was saying, I feel like right now is such an amazing time to get into playing Minecraft. It's been a long time since I really enjoyed playing Minecraft. I don't know if it's just the mood I'm in or what's going on here. I think what I want to do is I want to leave some of the trees here on the edge of the ravine, just so it kind of flanks the house, makes it look a little bit nicer. And I think it would be really nice is if we have a trail leading from our house to the ocean, and it could kind of follow along the ravine right here. It could kind of come down here, follow along, have a nice windy path. That'd be really cool. Like I was saying, I've been really thankful for you guys lately. I've gotten so many comments and so many kind words from you guys. It really makes me feel good, because sometimes I feel like when I'm making these videos, you know, I'm going through my own life stuff, and I know you guys are as well. So it means so much to me that out of all the YouTubers, out of all the videos you guys could watch, you choose to spend your time with me, and it means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I definitely want to have like a nice winding path through the woods, so let's do that. Let's go clear out some of the woods, and that'll give us plenty of planks and wood that we can use to finish the roof. So this will be perfect. Yeah, I think this is when I really start enjoying Minecraft, when I can just kind of start building. I know it's gonna sound kind of funny, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the survival aspects of Minecraft. At the same time, survival does make the building feel a lot more rewarding, because it's a little bit more challenging. So yeah, I'm thinking the pathway could kind of follow along through the woods here, and we'll end up right here. We can maybe build like a dock or something. We'll figure it out. So let's just clear out some of the trees that are along the way here. And this will be perfect, because this will give us plenty of wood that we can use to finish the roof for our house. There's that fox again. We will have to do a little bit of terraforming here to make it kind of work. But maybe we could have the pathway be a little bit more windy. So I was thinking it could kind of... The fox is moving underneath our house. So I was thinking the pathway could come out this way. And wrap through here. Let's get rid of these trees. Yeah, this house is really starting to take shape now. I'm really liking this. It's kind of weird without the windows, but that's honestly how I build most of the time. I've never actually used this thing before. Looks like that might be snow over there. Snowy mountain, kind of a glacier. Really liking this so far. We have a really nice view here of this kind of ponds, the ocean. Maybe we could get rid of some of these trees right here in the front. That way we can get an even nicer view of the ocean. I really love the different colored leaves. It just makes the world feel so much more alive. Now we can kind of see the view is a lot more open. Just a couple more trees that we have to get rid of. I think that one right there. Okay, I think this is the tree that we need to get. Yeah, there we go. Now from the, now we have a nice view of the ocean. Perfect. It's kind of nice is we can actually use the coarse dirt and the rooted dirt to kind of texture the pathway out a little bit. It'll end up looking really nice. I want to keep as much of the natural kind of slabs as possible. Yep, and then you'll kind of make your way up here. And this is where the dock will be. So we'll build something kind of nice here, maybe like a little boathouse or something. Just something simple to get us started. Alright, let's start connecting this pathway. I think building pathways is probably what I'm best at, honestly. Yeah, now we have a nice basic little pathway through the woods. I think what'll really make this look nice is if we come over here and actually build walls, and we can use the walls to kind of, and then we'll come in when we have a little bit more iron, and we can actually use lanterns instead of torches. But for now, the torches kind of work for us. Yeah, it's already starting to look a lot better. So let's get rid of some of these torches here. I want the pathway to be a little bit moody at nighttime. You don't always want things to be totally well lit up. Sometimes it's nice to have that sense of like mystery almost. Perfect. Now we have a nice little pathway through the woods to the ocean over there. Let's actually come in here and make some cobblestone slabs, just a couple. Oh, perfect. We can do dirt slabs. Nice. Okay, I was kind of concerned. I was like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna let me. Yeah, this is perfect. This will really make this pathway kind of nice here. We have a nice smooth gradient up. Nice and easy to walk along. All right, now what I want to do is come in here with a shovel, sprinkle in some random little cobblestone bits in the pathway here. This will kind of look like stones in the pathway. You don't want to do too many, maybe like just sets of 2 like this, kind of throughout the pathway. Just to kind of give the vague idea that, okay, maybe there is like a little bit of a pathway here. It's just not well maintained. Maybe that's the idea here. I kind of come up with stories as I play. That's kind of my whole thing. Yeah, I love it. I love how far the woods kind of look. I love the foggy look of the woods, especially at this like dusk kind of time. Makes it look really cool. And then these are gonna start looking really nice once we actually have lanterns on them instead of the torches. Now we just have this gorgeous kind of trail through the woods to the ocean. Our house looks fantastic from the ocean side. Just looks like a really nice lakeside manor. Really curious to see how the pathway is going to look at nighttime now that we kind of changed up the lighting a little bit. So now that we have the pathway done, let's take some of these oak logs that we got and actually finish the roof. We're going to need a bunch of stairs, so we're going to use pretty much every single oak log we have here. We might be able to get it done here, but there's no telling. It's going to be quite a big project here. But once it's done, it's really going to be worth it, I feel like. Alright, so we're finally just about finished with the roof. I kind of realized I don't have enough stairs to actually finish the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these these outer edges here and kind of like raise these up. And then the rest of these I can actually just fill in with planks. And I think it'll turn out really nice. I'm super excited with how this house is going right now. Alright, so we need to actually get a few more oak trees. Let's see. Which ones do we want to get rid of? We can kind of clear out some of these ones way out here. For me, it's always about trying to find the balance between like a cluttered, natural look and then having something that's a little bit cleaner. Actually, this is kind of cool. Now when we're coming up the pathway, maybe during daytime, there's like a nice little sun through the tree canopy right there. That's actually pretty sweet. Let's see, let's take out this one too. This will give us a nice little open meadow kind of look right here. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I absolutely love shaders. I'm really excited to see how Vibrant Visuals looks whenever that update comes out. I think it's for Bedrock, but I'm not really too sure. I'm gonna leave this tree here. Maybe we could get rid of this one. Kind of clear out this space right here. Yeah, perfect. I like that. I like being able to see the sky as we're walking through the pathway. Not really too sure how many slabs we're gonna need, but this should be a pretty good start here. But I kind of like having the roof be an uneven kind of look like this. Looks really nice. I like having different like roof heights. And once we get the roof done, I'll kind of have a better idea of where I want to add maybe like windows up here. As I was building the roof, I kind of noticed that like having the windows where the roof kind of arches right here would be really nice. So we'll definitely do something like that. Definitely on this side of the roof where there's like a really big section of roof, having maybe 1 or 2 windows up here will really make the roof look nice. Yeah, with the roof done, the house looks way better now. Now it's starting to look like a proper home. Especially from the ocean. Looks really cool overlooking the cave system that's down there. And the cool thing about this roof being slabs is we don't have to worry about mobs or anything spawning up here. I just kind of go off of the vibe, honestly. I feel like my best builds just happen when I'm not really trying to build anything in particular. Alright, now all we need to do is get glass, and the attic and the rest of the house will actually be done. And I'll come back in here later and actually get rid of some of these torches, just so the attic can be nice and moody. Yeah, I absolutely love the way the house looks. There's still a couple of little details we can add to it, like maybe some stairs and things underneath the windows to give it that windowsill kind of effect. But for now, it's looking pretty good. It's looking really nice. Alright, let's make our way around here and see if we can find ourselves a nice little spot. Alright, let's go. Let's go see what's out here. Looks like there might be some, that might be a dark oak forest over there. See a little bit of a mushroom cap sticking out. Let's head this way. Yeah, I love how our base just kind of finds its way tucked into that little land over there. Like the trees kind of lead to the base. Looks really cool. Oh, here we go, perfect. Wow, Distant Horizons is really, really cooking right now. Look at those mountains out there. Gives me a reason to actually use the spyglass. All kinds of distant land out there. Looks like that could either be a tower or a really tall tree. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, we have a huge world. We have a huge world out there to explore. I think my least favorite part about survival worlds is honestly gathering the materials, but at the same time, it's so satisfying when you can actually complete a build. Recently on my other world, I've been playing a lot of creative mode, and it's nice for that world just because I've had endgame gear for so long. But it's gonna be kind of nice to build myself back up on this world and, you know, get that endgame gear, get those enchantments. So far, we've only found 1 diamond, so we have quite a bit of way to go before we can actually start making diamond tools and things. So whenever I'm playing Minecraft, I tend to have music on in my my headphones. I'm kind of curious, what kind of music do you guys listen to whenever you're playing? Do you listen to the default soundtrack? Do you have music playing in another tab? We have a lot of exploring to do once we get this base finished up. Oh wow, look at this. This might actually be a shipwreck. Oh no, it's a village. Like a little shack out in the woods. Had a nice view. Let's take a look here. What do we got going on in here? Yeah, it's an abandoned little shack. Let's see what's underneath here. Maybe there's something buried over here. Not sure if this is a shipwreck or if this is part of that structure. Never seen a shipwreck look like this before. Oh, there's a chest. Let's see what's in it. Protection 4, chestplate unbreaking 2, a suspicious steel, and a moss block too. So what's kind of cool with moss is if we actually put this in between some stone and bone meal it, it'll actually turn the rest of the stone into moss. Let's try out this suspicious stew. See what's going on here. Oh, weakness 4. Sometimes suspicious stew can give you like really cool effects, but not this time. It's moments like this that make the early game of Minecraft really fun, because you never know what you're gonna find. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to this. It's either, I guess it's like a shipwreck, but it's turned to its side? I'm not too sure. What do you guys think this is? Yeah, this will be nice that we have that pathway lit up. I'm really curious to see how it looks walking back up to the house. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. That looks super inviting. I guess the dock is more lit up than I thought it was. That was a nice little expedition. We got plenty of sand. We definitely need a window on this side. This house is slowly making its way into something nice here. Kind of the nice thing about starting new worlds is once the game starts picking up, I feel like this is when it gets really fun. For me, I always like the iron kind of section of progression. It's just kind of nice. It's a nice beginner kind of stage. Oh, here we go. Nice big old open cave. That's one way to get rid of them. Oh wow, I think that's our house up there. Yeah, that's cool. So we finally found the entranceway to this cavern. That's pretty sweet. But we could definitely do like some mine shaft looking things down here, just to give the view from the house like even more things to look at. That's pretty cool. So we finally found our way into that ravine / cave kind of thing. Actually, what I kind of want to do is to give the windows a little bit more depth. I'm gonna do a couple of window panes like this. Then check this out. The bottom can be window panes, and the top can be regular glass. And it kind of gives it this like shutter effect. Really easy way to make the windows look a little bit nicer. There we go. Not quite sure how I feel about this window, kind of looking at it now. I think we'll kind of fix these windows and figure out some kind of way to make these work. But I do like the panoramic kind of effect. Yeah, now the house is starting to look really nice. Yeah, this house has a really nice, cozy vibe. Maybe right here we could do like a bookshelf or something. I'm just thinking of like different ideas we could do here. Here's what's gonna really make these windows look nice. Adding upside down stairs like that. And if we make some shears, we can actually get some leaves and like dangle them off the side of the balcony. It'll look really nice. Kind of like we have flower pots up there or something. And we definitely want like a bunch of leaves right here. And my idea is the leaves can kind of flow down here and hang off the edge. But yeah, the main thing with building is just kind of tweaking around your designs and just kind of seeing what works, honestly. Sometimes your original idea might not work, but doesn't mean another idea might not work. So yeah, you can kind of see the windowsills make the house look a lot better here. Alright guys, I think I want to end the episode there. I think we're off to a really good start here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. And if you have any ideas for what we should do with this world, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Hopefully this video helped inspire you a little bit, whether it is you want to start a new Minecraft world or if you've been playing on a world for a while and you've just run out of ideas. And if nothing else, I hope this video was kind of relaxing for you to watch in the background while you're playing video games or studying, or maybe if you're trying to sleep or something. Alright, see you guys later. Thank you.